love these. Oh, hey, excuse me, turn this off. Sorry to be so rude. Hey, welcome to our last session on fasting. And I hope it went well for you. And this is our final topic. Anyway, I have to go a little spin, get some gas here. But while I have you with me, or I'm with you. Oh, man, it's raining out. Perfect, actually, for my topic today. There's rain and a little bit chilly. You know, I was thinking to myself when I was alone sometimes, I think how fortunate I was. I count my blessings that my formation when I went to the seminary was under the Salesians. Now, Salesians, it was a group formed by St. John Bosco. You heard me talk about him, I'm sure, my favorite saint. And anyway, I'm so grateful because I was telling myself, man, it could have been a lot worse. Because I like the way Don Bosco thought about fasting. He didn't believe in it. Now, that was kind of strange back then. But you know of other religious groups, say the Franciscans, Dominicans, and Carmelites. Most all religious groups had some sort of fasting for a day or for a period of time, and they were quite strict. You know, not eating and interrupting your sleep, but not Don Bosco. He told the Salesians, we're not going to fast, probably because, you know, their work was with kids, with youth. And you run around all day with kids in activities, it can wear you out. So he said, hey, you guys, we need our energy. We need to be healthy. We need to be ready to go. You can't fast. So he didn't require any sort of fasting. But didn't mean he didn't believe in growing in the spiritual life. Ooh, let me keep going straight here. Sorry about that. What it was people thought he was too soft, too lax, that he didn't take spiritual life serious enough. Oh, but he did. He did. Look at this. Oh, I can't turn on Woodland. Who came up with that rule? Oh, boy. Oh, I missed. I should have turned back there. Anyway, that's another example of what I'm going to talk about. Sorry about that. But it's this, that he felt, instead of fasting from food, he said, you know, life itself has enough inconveniences, hassles, and problems that you don't have to go looking for something else to add to that list. So his recommendation to the Salesians, and I guess to me and to you right now, is this: just offer those things up. All those things that annoy you, that bother you, that get on your nerves. Instead of complaining about that, take it in good spirit, in good humor. Like I said, the rain today. Maybe the rain bothers you. Instead of complaining about it, accept it. Or that crazy corner where you can't turn. Accept it. Or that slow driver now who gets in my way. Instead of getting myself riled up, I accept it. You see, in some ways, that's much more difficult than giving up food. We're constantly bombarded by these things in our life, that they get under our skin. So by making that our fast, that I will not complain, that I will accept in good humor, I think it's a great way. And we continue that not just during Lent, but as a lifestyle. Years ago when my dad was alive, speaking about things getting under your nerves, was that he liked to whistle, my dad. In fact, he was a pretty good whistler, in fact, but there's only one problem. Whatever song he whistled, like he only seemed to know like the chorus or one line of the song. And he whistled it over and over and over again. Do you know after a while that drives you crazy? I remember telling Dad, Dad, please. And when I said it, I know it offended him, and he was hurt. And so from then on, I said, forget it, I'm not going to say anything. I'll just have to accept it or just live with it. And so he whistled the same tune over and over and over again. And, well, what I did then after a while was I would just start up a conversation with my father, sort of distract him. But it's those sort of things that I'm talking about. And you know what they are. We all have it. We have the things in our life that people can annoy us. And things that in themselves are not wrong. It's just their habits, their idiosyncrasies. Oh, it just, you know, it just gets under our skin. So we accept them with a good spirit, and we offer that up. I don't know if you ever heard of the Saint Therese, the little flower. She was a saint, of course, and a doctor of the church. And her great book was The Story of a Soul. Anyway, in that she recounted about one of the nuns who would drive her crazy, who would get under her skin. It seemed that when they were at prayers, quiet prayer in church and meditation, or simply praying quietly by themselves, This one sister who sat right in front of her would say her prayers, and it might have been the rosary, I'm not sure, but it was supposed to be done quietly. And she did say it quietly, but she had that sort of mouthing it. And you know how people do that? You may hear people in church with that, and you hear that click, click, and anyway, that sort of sound was driving Therese, batty. She couldn't concentrate on her prayers, and it really got to her, and then she realized that she had to offer that up as well. So I mean, those little things like that. In fact, there was one sister in the convent. I'm not sure for what reason, but you know how it is. We don't connect to some people. Some people just, for whatever reason, we sort of clash. Either it's them or us. It's just human nature, you know. We don't like everybody. We don't even, like to be around everybody. But this one nun was just that for her. But Therese never showed it. In fact, she went out of her way to be kind, to be gracious, to be polite. In fact, the sister came up to her and said, "Gee, Therese, you must be very fond of me, because whenever you see me, you always greet me with a nice, great, big smile and a wonderful, pleasant greeting." And Therese said, yeah, that's right, that's true. But actually, it was just the opposite. But she went out of her way to offer that up, her feeling to that nun, and be extra kind and extra gracious. Now, excuse me, I get some gas right here, guys. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Oh, man, these gas prices, don't they drive you crazy sometimes? Yes, it does, but guess what? I'm not going to complain about it. Just kind of live with it. That's right. I just offer it up. And like I said, a little chilly, a little dreary, a little rainy. That's all right, Lord. It's going to be a beautiful day. It's going to be a blessed day. Because I think that's what you want, Lord. Regular plus a premium. Whoever buys premium, I always get regular. What is the difference anyway? Why am I going to spend more money? Anyway. Hold on, am I do this right here? Oh, what is wrong with this thing? Come on. Let's go. Oh, excuse me. I can put my credit thing in there. All right. I'm in a rush here. Let's go. Come on, machine. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. That should do it. Okay. There we go. I think we're set. Did I do this right? You think I should know this by now, shouldn't I? Anyway. There we go. Anyway, came across a story. Woman just gave birth to a little baby child, and at that time moms usually put on weight. Anyway, she was at some sort of waiting room, and a little 6-year-old boy came up and asked her, "Hey, Mom, have some money to buy some soda from the machine there?" And she looked at her son and said, "Well, what do you say first?" He said, "Mommy, you're thin and beautiful." And she said, "That's right." And she gave him the money. What I'm saying about that is so easy to criticize, to find fault. But a sign of God's grace is to look for the good, look for the blessing, to be able to compliment somebody, to praise somebody. Anyone can find fault. Anyone can complain. Easy to complain about the weather. We spoke about fasting. I know some people fast from food. Have you ever thought about fasting not from eating, but actually eat the food that you don't like? I think that's harder sometimes. To eat the Brussels sprouts or the liver, whatever it may be. Yeah. I think that takes much more of a sacrifice to eat the things that we don't want to eat. So I want you to think about that. Think about that, will you please? So this week now, as you discuss among your group, we're going to talk about fasting. Fasting from criticism, fasting to complain, and just accepting life as it is. Because life is tough enough for all of us to meet it and handle it with a smile and a good spirit. I think Don Bosco was on to something. All right. Hey guys, I just realized that this was our last session, number 6. So I want to thank you so much for taking time out, for stretching yourself, for taking that risk, especially for those who just joined this time around, because you don't know what you're going to get into, who you're going to be with, or what the study would be like. That's not easy. I think just joining a group like that is the fast. Stepping out and maybe being with people you never met, and maybe this wasn't the most helpful for you. That's a fast. Fasting of getting the help that you so desired. So put up with me. Put up with the presentation. I know it's not perfect, but I thank you. And know this, whatever you give to God, God will more than give back to you. So if you reach out to God, He sees your heart. He knows that you are seeking Him. He's not going to let you leave empty-handed, no matter what may happen this 6 weeks. But I hope something stuck. I hope something helped you. So some sort of fasting, some way, be the food, from drink, from not defending yourself from your enemies, from your giving, from the service, whatever it may be. Try it, not just during Lent, but make that part of your life to go in God's ways and God's grace. Thank you, and God bless.